Będąc na Mistrzostwach Świata w World of Tanks, nie mogliśmy oczywiście nie skorzystać z okazji porozmawiania z Wiktorem Kisłyjem, prezesem i jednym z założycieli Wargamingu. Nie mieliśmy na rozmowę wiele czasu, ale udało nam się zadać kilka pytań. Organizowanie Mistrzostw Świata, ligi, coraz większe pule nagród i rozmach imprez. Wargaming inwestuje dużo pieniędzy w e-sport. Czy mógłbyś nam powiedzieć dlaczego?
I think today this is obvious that esports is a big part of course, gaming, competitive gaming, that's natural, but also it is a very fast growing new entertainment or new media segment. The tremendous growth and rise of Twitch from nowhere in just a couple of years up to 1 billion acquisition by Amazon tells us something. And you see, even us, we see last year we were in Warsaw. It was great. It was fantastic by all numbers, by all measurements. This year it's much better. So, and I know that next year it will be even better than this year. It's a new blue ocean. It's a new Wild West. So you need to be proactive and you need to be aggressive. Yes, you need to invest. This is the future of competitive gaming / entertainment media.
Czy możemy spodziewać się kolejnych imprez tego typu w Warszawie?
The choice of Warsaw, although when my guys asked me, Victor, are you okay with Warsaw? I said yes 2 times, 1 year ago and now. This is a very pragmatic decision. You understand, this is like business. There's logistics, there's visas, lots of factors we have. Transportation, local community. Well, Warsaw is the city with the highest density of World of Tanks players per capita in the world. So this was check, big check was that. So it was chosen the second time as well as the first time by number of factors, by analysis. Next year, let's see what happens.
Czego możemy spodziewać się w najbliższym czasie w World of Tanks? Jakich zmian, usprawnień, nowych elementów?
Well, we have just released all over the world and we released in a couple of days right after the Grand Finals in Europe 9.7 update, which will have this competitive team play module. So pretty much if you're an esportsman, you play in Grand Finals, right? But if you are a guy who just wants to have some fun and you don't want to get engaged in long-term, permanent job like pro gamers or clan wars, you can have this feeling of this competition, but inside the game without joining big teams. You do it occasionally when you like. The system will allow you to play these esports battles, and the system will allow you, if you're alone or 2 of you, to find the team which is currently looking for 1 or 2 guys. So it's like competitive gameplay without too much commitment. I think this is great. There's a couple of French tanks, but this is just new tanks. Some people will like it, I think. And I don't know, probably the big piece of news is that in a month and a half we will announce something very big for World of Tanks. It's more on the gameplay, not like new map or new tank. We are now working on something big. We have to make sure that it works and it looks like that it works, and we will make an announcement within a month or 2, and it is going to be big. But for Polish players, I think one of the most important things is that in the beginning of May, something around 3rd of May, in the game we will have available Rudy, the Polish tank. Which is even great for me. You know how many times I have seen 4 Pancerne Fest in my childhood? 20. That was the only movie they would show in summertime when you go to village and you watch it all the time.
Kiedy możemy spodziewać się pełnej implementacji Havoka, czy choćby nowego modelu jazdy?
Well, frankly speaking, I don't know all the technical details. What I know is that, people want it. Also from wargaming side, I know that having full-scale physics in such a big world with destructible objects is not an easy task. It takes time, it takes some efforts. We have to do it. It just is taking time. But right now, I'm really sorry, I don't know the exact date of this, but we're working on this. That's what I know.
Dlaczego coraz więcej map w World of Tanks przypomina te miejskie? No niemal każdej pojawiają się teraz wzgórza i korytarze, przez co wymagają coraz mniej skilla, a walka sprowadza się do prostej wymiany obrażeń.
When it comes to map rebalancing, it is always going on because we have a lot of statistics. We have business intelligence (BI). It's a huge Oracle system which analyzes data, and it's like tennis. When you watch a tennis game or a football game, you see the heat map, and we have to do it because we have millions and millions of players, playing billions of games, if something is wrong with the map, if it's disbalanced, you see it on heat map. So we have a department which is looking at those maps, and if some anomaly, the maps have to be symmetrical. They have to look asymmetrical, because this is like real life. They have to play symmetrical for the balance, for esports. So it's a rocket science how to change those maps so that to eliminate those bottlenecks or disbalance areas. And this work never stops. This work always goes on, as well as with tanks. When we up or nerf some tank, it's not because we're greedy or stupid. No, that's because the statistics about this tank is having a little bit of up or down, which means this is a little bit unbalanced. But this process is never perfect. Like World of Warcraft and other games, they do balancing all the time.
Czy możemy spodziewać się bardziej zaawansowanego systemu fizyki w World of Warships? Póki co statki poruszają się po płaskim morzu, nie ma w ogóle fal.
Well, you understand the physics of realistic sea, and this is 60 by 60 kilometers, shooting. Again, this is not easy. You may think about a couple of games like this Black Flag or something. They're good games, but they're single player and they're more scenario oriented. This is a full-scale MMO which has to interact and which is very competitive. World of Warships is just in the beginning of its life. World of Tanks is already 5 years, and if you compare what was 5 years ago and today, it was a great game on the release, yes, because it started growing like really very crazy, but we released something like 50 updates. So we're not a lazy company. We understand the success of any product, including World of Tanks today for the future, or World of Warships when we do open beta and then launch the big, release, is how many updates and how cool those updates we will make. Ideas, you understand, even now, it's closed beta, we have hundreds of requests from media, from players. Like we have seen this, we're not afraid of this. We know, okay, there will be thousands of requests. I myself have written like 10 pages of requests just playing closed beta. But realistically, open beta, closed beta now, then we go to open beta when we see that the general stickiness and retention are good, so that players in general love the game. You don't want us to polish this game for 2 or 3 more years, right? I mean, the basic mechanics is there. The maps we have there, it's a good beginning. Of course, when we do open beta and then release, then the team starts increasing. We see that everything is okay, this team starts increasing. Wargaming throws more resources on that. That's the beauty of having big company. Then if you need something to concentrate, we can throw more, like content developers, ship developers, the content, let's call it content, right? You need critical mass. You don't need critical mass during closed beta or open beta, but after you release, you need this. We have great experience with World of Tanks, and we made a lot of mistakes with World of Tanks, and now we will not make them. So your imagination can run wild what will be done in World of Warships, the first year, the second year. It's not you release and forget about it. No, you release and then you work on it for 20 years. So all those things we'll be working on, but there's a huge list.
Czy boicie się konkurencji? War Thundera czy Armored Warfare?
We realized that this is all about your game. If your game is cool, if you update, if you have the pace of releasing 50 updates, like every 2 months you have update, which is cool, have good graphics, new physics and new gameplay mode, you're not afraid of anything. Even those people who left your game come back and say, oh, now they have physics, or now they have this, whatever, French tanks, now they have this new gameplay mode. Oh, now my frame rate is like 50, now I come back and I don't need any other game. So it's all about your game, that's it. We figured this out, this is the only answer.